Hazrat Yala bin Muslim and Amr bin Dinar have reported from Hazrat Saeed bin Jubair, and both of them have narrated a little bit more than each other. Ibn Jurayj narrates that I heard the other people than these two that they report from Hazrat Saeed bin Jubair, that he says that while he was sitting beside Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu in his house, he said, "Ask me something." I submitted, "O Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu, may Allah Jalla Jalaluhu sacrifice me over you." There is a storyteller called Nauf. He claims that it was not Hazrat Moses alayhi salam of Israel's progeny who met Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam. Amr bin Dinar's report says, he told me that that enemy of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu had told a lie. Yala bin Muslim report says, Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu told me that Hazrat Ubay bin Ka'ab radiyallahu anhu had told him that Allah's Apostle sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, one day Hazrat Moses, Allah's Apostle alayhi salam, delivered such a sermon to the people as they burst into tears and their hearts melted. When he returned, a man visited him and said, O Allah's Apostle alayhi salam, is there anyone more knowledgeable than you on the face of the earth? He replied, none. So he was admonished, for he had not associated knowledge with Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. So it was said to him, why is there no one more knowledgeable than you? He submitted, O Lord, where is he? He Jalla Jalaluhu said, there were two oceans mingled up. He submitted, O Lord, tell me the sign so as to recognize that place. Ibn Jurayj says that Amr bin Dinar told him, where the fish will abandon you. Yala bin Muslim said to me, take the dead fish, that man will meet you there, where the soul will be imbued in the fish. So he took the fish and put it into the haversack and said to his pupil, I trouble you to tell me as soon as this fish will leave us. The servant said, this is not too much trouble. So Allah Jalla Jalaluhu in this connection says, Moosa said to his pupil, Saeed bin Jubair did not mention the name of Yosha bin Nun. The reporter says, while both of them were under the shade of a rock at Thariyan, the fish started tossing and took its way into the ocean. And Hazrat Moses alayhi salam was sleeping. The pupil thought not to wake him until he himself woke up, and the pupil forgot to notify him that the fish had fluttered and landed into the ocean. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu stopped the current of the water for it, and a way formed for it like in the stone. Amr bin Dinar told me as a hole formed in a stone and displayed it by making circles with his thumbs and the fingers adjacent to them. Hazrat Moosa alayhi salam said, we have suffered hardship during this journey. The pupil said, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu averted your hardship. These words are not in the report of Sayyid bin Jubair. He then notified him. So they both returned and came across Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam. Ibn Jurayj narrates that Usman bin Abu Sulaiman's report says he was sitting on a green saddlecloth, spreading it on the ocean. Sayyid bin Jubair radiyallahu anhu says he was wrapped up in a garment, pressing one of its corner with his feet and spreading its other corner beneath his head. So Hazrat Moosa alayhi salam greeted him. He whereupon, removing the cloth from his face, asked, is there salutation in my land? Who are you? He replied, I am Moses. He asked, is Musa alayhi salam of Israel's progeny? Hazrat Moses alayhi salam said, yes. He asked, what has brought you here? He said, I have come to you so that you may teach me the good things which have been taught to you. He said, O Moses alayhi salam, isn't it enough that the Torah is in your hands and revelation descends on you? Undoubtedly, I have got a branch of knowledge whose absolute learning is not good for you, and verily I am not capable of learning perfectly the branch of knowledge you have got. Then a bird filled its beak from the ocean, whereupon Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam said, by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, my and your knowledge as compared to that of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is as the bird has taken a beakful of water from the ocean. Until they embarked on a boat, they found a small boat which carried the people from the one bank of the river to the other. So they, recognizing Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam, said, he is Allah's bondsman. We asked Hazrat Sayyid bin Jubair, did they pass these remarks about Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam? He said, yes. They said, we will not take fear from you. Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam then, breaking a plank of the boat, made a hole in it. Hazrat Moses alayhi salam said, have you cleaved it in order to drown its riders? Undoubtedly you have done a wrong thing. Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam said, did not I tell you that you would not be able to remain patient with me? He raised the first objection forgetfully, the second conditionally, and the third one deliberately. So Hazrat Moses alayhi salam said, call me not to account for what I forgot, and put not difficulty in any affair on me. Then they met a boy, and he, Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam, killed him. Ya'la bin Muslim has reported from Sayyid bin Jubair. They found some boys playing, so he caught hold of a promising non-Muslim boy, laid him down, and slaughtered him with a knife. Hazrat Moosa alayhi salam said, did you kill a nice and innocent soul without his having killed another? He has not committed any sin yet. Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu read it, Zakiya Zakiya means perfect or a Muslim, as is said, Ghulama Zakiya. Then they both proceeded until they found a wall on the verge of collapsing. So he set it upright. Sayyid bin Jubair said with his hand, and then with the motion of his hand, he told that in this way he set it aright. Ya'la bin Muslim states that he thinks Sayyid bin Jubair said Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam said that aright by passing his hand over it. Hazrat Moses alayhi salam said, if you had so wished, you would have taken wages for it. Sayyid bin Jubair said, as much wages as we could get some food to eat. And instead of Kana wara'uhum malik, there is in Kana amamuhum malik, in Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu report. The other scholars except Sayyid bin Jubair think that the name of the king was Hudad bin Budad, and the name of the boy killed was Jaisar. In short, that king would forcibly snatch every perfect boat. So I intended that when this boat might pass by him, he should reject it on account of its fault. So when they go past by him, they will mend it and benefit themselves with it. Some people say the fissure in the boat was filled with lead, and some say with wax. The boy's parents were believers, but he was a non-Muslim. So we feared lest he should indulge them in contumacy and infidelity, and they, as a result, should feel constrained to follow his religion. So we intended that their Lord might bless them with a better and purer child, as the Quran says, have you killed an innocent soul and a kinder child? It means the coming son may be kinder to them than the former one, whom Hazrat Khazar alayhi salam killed. The other says Hazrat Sayyid bin Jubair say, a girl was born in his place. Dawood bin Abu Asim has reported from many persons that their next child was a girl. Sahih Bukhari, Hadith number 4726.